Hey everyone, welcome to a deep dive into the world of commercial real estate brokers.
Sounds exciting.
It is, and
Yeah.
You guys already know the basics, so we're going deep.
Love it.
We're using some great info from Ally's Commercial Realty in Indianapolis
Well, nice.
to really understand what makes this industry tick.
Awesome.
And who knows, maybe you'll be inspired to make a career change after this.
You never know. It's funny you say that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because so many people think commercial real estate is all skyscrapers and big money.
I can see that.
But it's really the backbone of how businesses actually work,
Okay, so let's start with the basics.
Sure.
We have industrial, office, land, hospitality, and mixed use.
Right.
Can you give us some insider perspective on each of those categories?
Of course. Let's start with industrial.
Okay.
Most people think giant factories,
Yeah.
which is part of it, but e-commerce has really changed things.
Makes sense.
Now it's all about logistics.
Interesting.
Warehouses aren't just for storing things anymore.
No.
They're how you get that package from your online shopping cart to your door.
Wow, I never thought of it that way.
It's wild how much goes on behind the scenes.
Speaking of behind the scenes,
Yeah.
what about office space?
Ooh, good one.
What's the real difference between those classifications?
You mean like Class A versus Class C?
Exactly. Does it even matter?
Oh, it definitely matters.
Really?
It's not just fancy lobbies and granite countertops. Class A buildings are usually in prime locations.
Okay.
They often have great transportation access and amenities,
I see.
things that attract those top companies.
The big players.
Exactly. And top talent wants to work there too.
It's like a status symbol,
Yeah, in a way.
but it's also strategic, right?
Absolutely. Companies want the best for their employees and clients.
Right.
And a Class A address shows that.
Makes sense.
On the other hand,
Yeah.
Class C buildings might be in less desirable areas,
Okay.
maybe fewer amenities.
So they're more affordable?
Exactly. Perfect for startups or companies on a tight budget.
So it's all about knowing your target audience.
Yes, and what they value.
So there's this whole hidden language
Kinda, yeah.
of status and strategy.
It's fascinating.
It really is. What about land?
Oh, land is interesting.
It's the wild card, right?
For sure. Undeveloped land has so much potential.
Yeah. But it can be tricky.
It can. It's not as easy as just buying and building whatever you want.
Definitely not.
You have zoning regulations, environmental studies,
Oh, right.
infrastructure access.
So many things to consider.
There are, and they can make or break a project.
I bet.
A good broker can really navigate all those complexities, though.
And unlock that potential.
Exactly.
It's way more than just location, location, location.
Wow, right.
You'd almost need a law degree and a science degree to do this.
Well, it does help to be well-rounded.
Makes sense.
Lots of successful brokers have diverse backgrounds.
I can see that.
But even with all the knowledge in the world,
Mhm.
you need the right skills to really thrive.
True. And speaking of that,
Yeah.
let's talk about the different kinds of brokers.
Okay. Like what?
The material mentioned, tenant representation, landlord representation,
Right.
buyer and seller representation, and investment brokers.
Got it.
Do most brokers specialize?
It really depends.
How so?
Well, some brokers like to be generalists.
Okay.
Working with various property types
Makes sense.
and different clients.
Yeah.
Others prefer to specialize in a niche,
Got it.
like retail leasing or industrial development, for example.
So it's about finding your passion.
Yes. And your strengths.
That makes sense. So let's say you've found your niche.
Go ahead.
What does a commercial real estate broker actually do?
That's a great question.
It can't all be fancy meetings and closing deals, right?
Right. There's a lot that happens behind the scenes.
Like what?
A good broker is always analyzing market trends, researching properties,
Oh, yeah.
networking with clients
Right.
and other professionals, staying up to date on all the laws and regulations.
Wow, so you wear a lot of hats.
You could say that. Brokers need to be good negotiators, marketers,
Okay.
financial analysts, problem solvers,
Problem solvers, for sure.
and sometimes even therapists.
Therapists,
You'd be surprised.
I guess so.
Real estate transactions can get pretty emotional.
How so?
Clients are making major decisions,
Right.
decisions that impact their lives and their businesses.
High stakes.
Yeah, so you need to understand their needs, manage expectations,
That makes sense.
and guide them through it all with empathy.
So it's not just about the buildings, it's about the people.
Exactly.
So for someone intrigued by all of this, what's the path to becoming a broker look like?
Well, it takes dedication and a real willingness to learn and grow.
Okay.
The specifics vary by state, but generally you need to get your real estate license.
Got it.
Gain experience under a seasoned broker.
Right.
And always Keep learning and building your skills.
The material mentioned that a college degree isn't always required,
Right.
but it can give you a competitive edge.
Absolutely.
Any recommended fields of study?
Business, finance, even law are all great foundations.
Makes sense.
Understanding financials, investment strategies, contracts, market analysis.
It all ties in.
It does.
Yeah.
And don't underestimate soft skills either.
Like what?
Communication, negotiation, problem solving.
Those are huge.
They are. They often separate the good from the great brokers.
So it's a blend of technical know-how and people skills.
You got it. And let's not forget resilience.
Oh, yeah. That's important everywhere these days.
It is, especially in this industry.
How so?
It's competitive, demanding. You'll face rejection.
That's rough.
It can be, yeah.
Tough clients.
Oh, yeah.
And a constantly changing market.
All the time. You need a thick skin and a positive attitude to make it.
It sounds like it. But the rewards must be pretty great too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Both financially and personally.
I got it.
You're helping businesses find the right spaces to grow.
That's great.
You're contributing to your community.
And you're building a career that's challenging and rewarding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
I can definitely see the appeal.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about different property types, the broker's role,
Right.
and the path to becoming one.
Yep.
But what about the skills that are really essential?
Good question.
What separates the good brokers from the truly great ones?
That's what we'll dive deeper into next time.
No way.
We'll explore those must-have skills,
Awesome.
challenges and opportunities,
Okay.
and even the ethical considerations of this profession.
Sounds fascinating. Stay tuned, everyone. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of commercial real estate brokers.
Glad to be back.
In part one, we got a taste of what it takes to become a broker.
Right.
From different property types to the whole licensing process.
Yeah.
But what about the day-to-day?
Good question.
What skills make a broker really shine in this competitive world?
It goes beyond just smooth talking or closing deals. That's for sure.
I bet. So tell me.
What are some of those less obvious but totally crucial skills? One that comes to mind right away is analytical thinking.
Oh, interesting.
We live in a data-driven world,
True.
and commercial real estate is no exception.
Okay.
Breakers need to be able to break down financial statements,
Makes sense.
look at market trends, all that property data,
Yeah.
so they can spot opportunities and give their clients solid advice.
So it's not just about gut feelings anymore.
Nope. Data is king.
It's about backing up your recommendations with hard numbers.
Exactly. A successful broker has to be comfortable with spreadsheets,
I can see that.
financial modeling, market research.
You gotta love spreadsheets.
Right. You need to connect the dots between economic trends,
Okay.
demographic shifts, and investment opportunities.
So for example,
Yeah.
if a broker is working with a client who wants to invest in retail, they'd need to analyze foot traffic,
Yes.
look at consumer spending habits, the competition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To figure out if that location is even worth it.
Because you wouldn't invest in stocks without doing your research.
Right.
Why should real estate be any different?
Exactly. What else? What's another skill that people might overlook?
Good question.
Problem solving. That's a big one.
In what way?
Well, in commercial real estate,
Yeah.
things rarely go exactly according to plan.
Oh, I bet.
Deals can fall through.
Right.
Inspections uncover hidden issues.
Oh, no.
Zoning regulations change. A million things can go wrong.
Wow.
A skilled broker needs to think on their feet,
Makes sense.
find creative solutions, keep things moving forward, even with obstacles.
That takes a lot of patience.
It does.
And resilience.
Absolutely. It's not for the faint of heart.
You're telling me you deal with rejection,
Oh, yeah.
difficult clients,
Yep.
unexpected challenges all the time.
All part of the job.
But staying positive,
Yeah.
thinking outside the box.
For sure.
That's what makes a broker successful.
It really does. What about time management and organization?
Oh, those are huge.
Aren't they? Brokers juggle so much.
Multiple clients.
Exactly.
God.
Deadlines, property showings, negotiation.
Tons of paperwork.
You said it. You got to be organized.
So you don't miss anything.
Right. Avoid mistakes and make sure your clients feel valued.
Because it's easy to let things slip through the cracks.
Too easy. Don't forget communication skills, too.
Oh, of course.
Brokers need to explain complicated stuff to clients.
Makes sense.
Negotiate with other parties, build strong relationships.
It's all about trust, right?
Exactly. You're dealing with people's money, their businesses, their livelihoods.
High stakes.
You have to communicate clearly and confidently.
To make sure everyone's on the same page.
Exactly. Communication is essential in any business.
True. But especially when so much is on the line.
I agree. So we've got analytical thinking, problem solving.
Time management, organization, and communication.
Anything else?
Let me think.
There's one more.
Okay, what is it?
Resilience. It's so important.
In what way?
Well, the market goes up and down.
Right, it's cyclical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes deals are flowing.
Yeah.
Things are hot. And other times it slows down. You face more challenges. You have to be able to bounce back.
So you're not just riding the wave when things are good.
Nope. You got to weather the storm too.
That makes sense.
And that goes hand in hand with continuous learning.
Oh, interesting.
This industry is always changing.
New technologies.
Yeah. Regulations, market trends, you got to stay ahead of the curve.
So you never stop learning.
Never. That's what I love about it.
There's always something new.
Always. New challenges, new ways to improve.
And the more you learn,
the better you serve your clients.
And reach your goals, right? Speaking of goals,
Yeah.
Let's talk money. The material mentioned different ways brokers get paid.
Right.
Commissions, retainer fees, referral fees.
Uh-huh.
It's not just a salary, is it?
Not at all. It's pretty unique.
How so?
Well, the compensation structure really varies.
Based on what?
Experience, the brokerage you work for, the deals you specialize in.
Okay.
But the most common method is commissions.
So you get a percentage of the deal.
Exactly. A percentage of the transaction value.
So the bigger the deal.
The bigger the potential payout.
Makes sense. But I imagine there's more to it than that.
Oh, there definitely is.
Like what?
Well, commissions are typically split between the broker and their brokerage.
Okay.
And that percentage can vary a lot.
Interesting. So how does that work?
Well, some brokers might get a higher split.
Because they have more experience.
Exactly. Or a great track record.
I see.
Others might take a lower split.
Why would they do that?
Maybe in exchange for more leads from the brokerage.
Makes sense.
Or more support.
So it's a balancing act.
You could say that. Finding a deal that works for both sides.
So it's not just about the commission itself.
Right. You got to factor in marketing expenses, transaction fees,
Okay.
the time and effort it takes to close a deal.
So you have to be smart about it.
You do. It's about the overall profitability of each transaction.
Not just chasing the biggest numbers.
Exactly. And if you want a more predictable income,
Okay.
retainer fees can be a good option.
Oh, tell me more about those.
They're upfront payments
I see.
for a certain amount of time or for specific services.
So you're basically paying for the broker's expertise.
Exactly. Especially for high value or complex deals.
It's like having a broker on retainer.
Exactly. And then there are referral fees.
Oh, yeah. What are those all about?
That's when a broker refers a client to another broker.
Okay.
And that referral leads to a deal.
So you're leveraging your network.
Exactly. It's all about building those relationships.
It seems like everyone benefits.
They do. The client gets the right broker.
Yeah.
The referring broker gets a fee.
And the receiving broker gets a new client.
It's a win-win-win.
I like it. But with all these different ways to get paid,
Yeah,
it sounds like a broker's income can really fluctuate.
it definitely can.
Yeah.
Commercial real estate is cyclical, remember?
Right. It's affected by a lot of things.
Interest rates, the economy,
Local development projects.
all of it. So yeah, income can vary from year to year.
You got to be prepared for that.
You do. Have a solid financial plan in place.
It's like being an entrepreneur.
It is. Risks and rewards.
You got to be comfortable with uncertainty.
And manage your money well.
Exactly. Well, we've covered a lot.
We have
Yeah.
skills, compensation, the challenges.
It's clear that being a successful broker
Yeah.
takes a unique blend of knowledge, skills, and personality.
It's not a one-size-fits-all career, that's for sure.
But for someone who's passionate about real estate,
Uh-huh.
who thrives in a dynamic environment,
And loves connecting with people.
it sounds like a perfect fit.
It could be. It's
Yeah.
full of opportunities.
For those willing to put in the work,
And never stop learning.
exactly. And for our listeners who are hooked,
Yeah.
where can they go to learn more?
That's a great question. And it's something we'll dig into next time.
Oh, can't wait.
We'll talk about networking, mentorship, finding the right resources.
To help you on your journey into commercial real estate.
Exactly. Stay tuned, everyone.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into commercial real estate brokers.
It's been a great conversation.
It has. We've covered so much ground.
Skills, challenges, the money side of things.
Right. But let's face it.
Yeah.
No one makes it on their own.
So true.
How important are relationships in this business?
Super important.
More than people realize.
Definitely. Commercial real estate involves buildings and contracts. Yeah.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's all about the people. The relationships you build are just as crucial as anything else.
So it's not just about networking at events.
Nope. It's more than just collecting business cards.
I can imagine.
Think about it. Every deal involves a whole network of people.
Clients, lenders,
Yeah.
lawyers.
Exactly. Inspectors, contractors, so many people.
It takes a village.
It really does.
Yeah.
And having strong relationships with those people, it makes transactions smoother,
Okay.
opens doors to new opportunities,
I see.
and helps you build a solid reputation.
It's like having a team of allies.
Exactly. People who can vouch for you, for your work.
That makes a lot of sense.
And those relationships often start with mentorship.
Oh, interesting.
Remember how the source mentioned Allies Commercial Realty?
Yeah, their focus on empowering new brokers,
Right. That's huge. Having a mentor early on,
especially a seasoned broker.
yeah, that can be invaluable.
What kind of things does a mentor help with?
Oh, so much. Refining your negotiation skills,
Okay,
helping you understand different property types.
that's helpful.
They share insights on market trends,
Right.
introduce you to their network.
So you're not starting from scratch,
Exactly. And they offer advice on how to navigate the emotional side of this business.
because it can get emotional
It can. Having a mentor can really fast-track your learning.
and give you a leg up in a competitive industry.
Exactly. But mentorship is a two-way street.
Oh, how so?
It's not just about what you can get.
But what you can give back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As you gain experience,
Yeah.
you can mentor others.
Pay it forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Share your knowledge, help the industry grow.
Love it. What about industry organizations and groups?
Those are crucial too.
In what way?
For networking, staying current on trends, finding resources.
Are there specific ones you recommend?
The National Association of Realtors, this big one.
NAR, right?
Yep. And the CCIM Institute.
So it's not just about what you learn from these groups.
No. It's about connecting with people who get it.
Who understand the challenges.
And the rewards.
It's about community.
Exactly. And those connections,
Yeah.
they can lead to collaborations and partnerships.
That you wouldn't find otherwise.
Exactly. It's pretty amazing.
It is. We've covered a ton in this deep dive.
We have. From the nuts and bolts to the bigger picture.
Any final thoughts for our listener who's now thinking about this career?
If you're passionate about real estate,
Okay.
if you're energized by challenges,
And you love working with people.
then commercial real estate brokerage might be a great fit.
It sounds like it. It's a dynamic field.
Full of opportunities for those willing to learn and grow.
And remember, it's not just about the buildings.
Or the deals.
It's about the people.
Building those strong connections is what makes all the difference.
Such a great point. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of commercial real estate brokers.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you learned a lot and maybe even feel inspired to explore this field further.
I hope so too.
Until next time, happy deal making. Get in touch with Allies Commercial Realty at info@alliescommercialrealty.com to find your ally in commercial real estate.